What is up? What is up, y'all? I know we're on a little bit earlier today. Or early today. Damn it. So the lighting, like, I wish I need a better camera. I just need a better camera. That's all it says. Dang, can my hat, like, fold a little bit? Like, what's going on? He said, does your city have some kind of managed service provider for IT things? Most do. I honestly haven't looked it up. Like, I don't know. I believe so. I believe so, but I don't know. I feel like that's not something I would like look into. Managed service. I don't even know what they do. Maybe I know what it is, but I think I'm just probably confused. Let me go to the home section real quick because I want to put chat up here. I also need to put on my not my TikTok, my Instagram that I'm live as well. So give me a second. Alright, make sure you end up hitting that like button, guys. Said I would imagine that to be an easier route to go through than being one out of 100 people applying online. Oh no, definitely. The only reason why I feel like I currently want to do online though is just because I do work a full-time job. Like if I didn't work a full-time job, I literally would not care like what I worked. The only reason why I wanted to do online and possibly remote is because working a full-time job and then going to another full-time job, literally like even the drive, it would take an hour and then you're taking a lunch on both, which is another hour. So it's like I'm really probably going to get 6 hours of sleep every day to try to manage the both of them. I just don't think it's realistic for me. So which is why I was currently looking at some online. So if something online doesn't open up, I'm just going to have to do freelance work at that point. Unless service provider is more like I could do it easierly part-time or it has more of a flexible schedule, then I think maybe I could do that. But that's why currently I've been looking for like part-time positions because I think that it just would make more sense. And I hate to be picky because that's my biggest thing. I wish I would tell people like, don't be picky, don't be picky. But sometimes like if it just doesn't fit your schedule and it doesn't make sense to like leave a certain job for something because it's not like a networking position, then I feel like don't leave. Like, see if you could do it another way. He said, yeah, having two full-time jobs is not a thing in Germany. Oh, really? That's crazy. I mean, we have this thing here where I think it's called, damn, what is it called? I forgot what it is, but it's like if you work for a specific company, I know that you can't work for a competitor. We have this thing here that's like that. Sometimes they won't let you work for a competitor. I wonder if McDonald's has that. They probably don't. I don't think they would care. That would be crazy if they did care. They're like, yeah, you can't work at Burger King. But there's some actual like jobs that are like that where it's like, I'm like, really? You work here. They refuse to let you work somewhere else. I'm like, damn. All right. But no, yeah, you're able to have two jobs. I think you're able to have as many jobs as you want. But because I heard somebody that used to have like four jobs, but it would be like, one of them was like a moving company and they would only do it on the weekends. It was another job that they were like a manager of a restaurant and they only had to show up twice a week. And then I think the other two, they balanced 16 hours throughout the week. I was like, nah, y'all is tripping. Straight up. But yeah, I think there is one in person, but I currently haven't been applying just yet because I'm still a little bit iffy about my schedule because now I know about that I'm probably not going to be able to take the program, but then there's this other program that I believe starts after or maybe in January or February. So then that's where I'm kind of stuck again because I'm like, well, I don't want to start applying now and then I end up landing a position by the time I need to go to that program if I go to that. So it's like, it's just annoying. I gotta see like what my schedule is gonna be. Gotta see it. Alright, so let me go and open up something though, because we do gotta open up the operating system. I know I bookmarked it. Because I was literally just at the end. If I click this, okay, great. I thought it would have opened something. Here we go. Alrighty, so, I didn't know you could do split view. Wait a second. Then they tried to teach me how to do it and I screwed up. I mean, I know how to do it. I think you click here. Not that I'm thinking about it. Okay, hold on. Alright, never mind, because they're trying to play with me. There's something else I needed to do. Damn, why can't I remember? It was something with my live stream. Oh, I think I have to switch the day to day 39. So I don't know, my brain's all over the place, but at least we're going to be on a little bit longer today, so that should be good. I guess I could be a little bit all over the place. So it's day 39. We're at 20 subscribers. That's great. Let's keep all that on the screen. I need to get a better camera. I don't know why, but I could just tell. Let me look exactly where I just ended everything off. Provides, oh, security pack. So, I guess we finished this website. Oh, never mind. Because I guess we finished the introduction of the operating system. So right now I'm just trying to see what else do I feel like I need to know. I'm pissed because I literally created a whole module. And this is going to take another time. Give me some more time, y'all. Give me some more time. If y'all got any questions, this is the perfect time. This is the perfect time because I actually don't remember. Actually, let me see if I could search it up. I think I looked up something like software modules. Hopefully that works. I just don't remember where I put it. This is a script. Detailed roadmap. Maybe it's this one. No, I think that was a roadmap for my certifications because I really want to get that CompTIA A plus, y'all. I can't wait. I'm trying to get that CompTIA. I'm trying to get everything else that comes with it. Damn, where the hell is my little thing? I should have took a picture of it, man. Oh wait. Oh wait, never mind. What the hell? Practical exercises? Yeah, no, that's not it. That's not it. Damn. Yeah, because I think this is just one. This is just the one for certifications. Or yep. All right, let me look something up. I swear on everything, I called it software. Free home lab with tickets. Let me check this one. Damn, this sucks. Because I really want to find what I had, but I don't know why I didn't take a picture. So do me a favor and think twice about going into debt for U.S. college. U.S. college is such a scam. No, yes, but my thing is that I'm really good with my money. So I feel like for me, as long as it's not over 40K, which I think if I went to college for something, it would probably be around 20. If because I know exactly which college I want to go to. I know what that debt is. But I feel like I'm really good with my money, like especially when it comes to being in debt for a couple of things and then getting out of it. Because I think I was in student loan debt, but it was like way lower than normal, probably like 7,000. And then I think there was like a couple more things I put myself into debt for, which was like some furniture, but all of it literally got paid off within probably 6 months because I don't know. And what's so weird is that I don't have like a high paying job. I just simply am good with money. Like that's just always the way I say it. And I know it sounds like like weird, but I don't mean it like that. It's just I've never had issues with having to pay off debt or messing up my credit for it or just being like, damn, this sucks. Like I've been in I don't know exactly what my total has been, but I just always paid things off. So I don't know. I think right now I have like 3,000 for the car that should be getting paid off in about 2 months. Or in total it was 3,000. I've been paying it off slowly, but it should be done. So it's like, I don't know. I've always been good with that. Where is, I need to see software modules. Can I please find this? This is starting to piss me off. Let me just type software then. Or actually, F it. Let me type modules. Because I remember saying modules. Is modules, section, split. I might have to make a new one. Damn, I might have to make a new one. I mean, I guess I did just start it. So, yeah, I'm gonna just make a new one. F it. I'm gonna have to do, I guess I gotta tell ChatGPT everything. Help me make a roadmap for learning software for computers. I so far got the basics of the operating system down. That sucks, man. I hate having to always do a new one. I'm gonna just take a picture on this phone. Sounds very good. Keep it like that. Debt is very slippery slope. No, yeah, definitely. I've seen a lot of people get like stuck in debt, which I understand because, of course I've had debt before, but I honestly I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I be feeling like people who really be in like debt, it's like I think they just stopped caring. I think they just stopped caring, or they're just probably like, I'm gonna pay that off later. Some people I know, like especially younger people, they tend to see debt like free money. Like right now, I got my credit built because at first I used to be so petrified of credit cards. Like I used to see videos all the time that would be like, don't get a credit card, don't get a credit card. And I was like, okay, whatever. So like I wouldn't get a credit card. I'm like, no, like I'm afraid. I don't want to sit here and do all that. Like, I'm gonna screw myself, yada yada. But then eventually I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just have to go and get a credit card. Like, at the end of the day, like, I gotta build my credit. And then eventually I got my credit bill. And I was like, damn, people make it seem scary as hell to start playing around with stuff like that. Like, I mean, I get it because some people are just bad spenders, but so I guess they want me to learn how computers run. I just feel like they probably wouldn't have told me to get into this so fast. So it's saying understand how computer software works and learning some programming basics. So the first thing they want me to do, it says you already did OS operating system basics, so next learn how applications run on the OS. Does that sound right? Let me see if I put applications OS in this Unix book. If not, like I said, yeah, see, this is why I can't use that Unix book until later, man. So how computers run programs. And I think, let me do like this. How computers run programs and how applications run on the OS. So how applications run on the operating system. So unless there's like a specific site that would explain this, I'm assuming we're gonna have to go through AI. I'm assuming. You said I actually still have some work to do. All right, I'll see you, man. Happy studying, yes, sir. Unless you're gonna study with me, but it sounded like you was trying to leave. Yes, sir. So I might have to go to the AI section of things. So software running programs. Stanford had something. So this one says how do computers run or programs run. Maybe I need to start there. I don't know. Let me kind of see. Because I'm wondering with Geeks for Geeks. Oh, let me show the screen now. Sorry, y'all. Let me show the screen. So let me do Geeks for Geeks real quick because I kind of want to see if they have, because this is the introduction to the operating systems. I want to see if they have something that kind of tells you which way to go after this. So they got related posts, they got functions of OS for more details, for more history. Let's go and do something like this, functions of the OS. I believe we may have already seen this as the memory management. A part of me thinks I want to get more into this. Oh wait, I think I already took notes on this. User kernel driver device. Have I? Oh no, I guess not. The OS protects, like I feel like this one gets a little bit more into detail. Functions of the operating system. Let me try here as well if I can find functions of OS. If it doesn't pop up here, like I said, with this book, the book is a good book. I just think you have to sometimes do your own research and kind of have a guided, like you have to make your own guided path with this book. What I actually could do though is I could have had ChatGPT like help me a little bit with, talking to them about this book, and if they have access to it, that maybe they can help me. But this is for TCP. This is for drivers in the kernel. I think chapter 12 is for storage and management installation, which isn't bad. Is that RAID? Is RAID in here? Oh no, this one is probably getting it specifically. So this is installing Linux and open source. So I'm assuming this is probably just only going to be about that software side of things, and then maybe the drivers and kernels for specifically that. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Then you got TCP and networking, so can't wait to get into this whole networking section. This is probably where I'm really going to be in this book. I feel like when it comes to here, it's not like they're getting into every operating system, obviously because the book is called Unix and Linux. So I guess I couldn't really expect much more. So I'll probably just have this open for when it comes to maybe the software side of things of Linux and Unix, but other than that, we can kind of get back here. Damn, I hate how much ads they put. Like, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the bottom. That's crazy. I just want to look at my site. I just want to look at my site. All right, let's go and get to some studying. Now, my fault, y'all. I was really trying to get everything, like, prepared, man. I don't know what was going on, and my camera's not on. Thanks. Okay, here we go. So the operating system, the OS, is software that acts as a bridge between the user and the computer hardware. I love that. I want to see if I wrote it like that the first time I wrote about the operating system. We kind of got pretty deep. I'm trying to see if I did like user application down to hardware. So I think we started the operating system here, which is third party, data backups and imaging, which I don't think that's what we're getting into. Oh, we started here, and we called this the introduction to the operating system. So an operating system acts as an intermediary between the computer hardware. So I guess I did end up getting into that, but I do like the fact that we rewrite certain things because it gets you to kind of understand a lot of things, which I think is beautiful. So we're going to do functions of operating system, which is great. And I'm sure y'all ended up seeing yesterday's video that ultimately was talking about how I ended up filming this nice, beautiful website build. And the website was beautiful, y'all. Like, I loved it. But tell me why I ended up deleting the clip while I was at work, legitimately ready to study. So I ended up just filming a raw little video about it. And I'm actually, happy that you guys ended up tuning into that one because I was really upset because I like to make my videos of quality, and that video I didn't really have good lighting and I wasn't in the best of moods. And I know that good, honest, vulnerable videos perform well and they do well with the audience. I know you guys probably like that probably more than anything I did. But I was just really upset because it was supposed to be like just such a good, beautifully edited video. But thank God I ended up thinking about filming on my break. But what made that even worse, y'all, the whole entire day, just to add on to that video, I'll probably make more videos discussing that topic of the balance of everything. But literally, I made that video, I want to say around like 6 or 7 or something. And around 6 or 7, what happened? I think it was like around 6 or 7, and 6 or 7, I filmed that video, but I didn't get the video out until like 11, or maybe it was 10:36, 10:40 or something. And it was just so annoying because it was like the video had finally finished downloading around 8. So I was like, okay, perfect. I could get this uploaded for 9. Tell me why the entire time it's stuck in the processing section. And I'm like, why the hell won't this video upload? The whole time, all it wanted me to do was switch, because I did it by accident, or not by accident. I think I wanted to see something. So I switched to a different account on my YouTube channel. And when I came back, tell me why I finally processed 99%. I was like, bruh. Like, I've never been more pissed in my life, to be frank with you. Like, come on. That was just something else. So now we're doing conveniently. So it says an operating system does this. It's the user and the computer's hardware, or the bridge between the two. I like that. The more that I get into it, the better that it ends up getting. So next we got manages and controls. So we're going to get a little bit of the functions of what the operating system does. We may have already took some notes on this. I'm not sure until we continue going further. But yeah, so the website I currently ended up making about the operating systems, of course, I'm currently learning about the operating system. But what I did was a introduction to the operating system, which I thought was super cool. And then I plan on getting more into, I think the next episode, for some reason, I said I was going to do networking in my video. So if I decide to cut that out or not, then I'm probably going to start with hardware, just because I've done hardware. I feel like it wouldn't make sense to do networking, so I might cut that out or it might stay in the video. But I think the next website build, it just would only make sense because I'm not in the networking section to do the hardware section, and then kind of just go down the ranks of every type of website you could possibly make about hardware, and kind of separating it. And who knows, maybe one day I'll put all the information together on one website to make it more easier for people who are possibly going to be trying to learn IT, which I think is going to be super cool. And I just love the fact that a lot of this is more like a story that just hasn't unfolded yet. And I just have super big plans for this channel, and I'm just so happy to finally be going down and doing it. You know what I mean? I mean, that's super dope. But that's why eventually I need to go and host at least one website, because, the goal is to hopefully be able to put some AdSense on that. And I feel like if I could document that for you guys, which I'm probably going to do on my day off, not necessarily release the video yet. I want to release the video quite later. But my point is that I really want to be able to document the me kind of making opportunities in different types of areas. You know what I mean? And it can also be very helpful for people in web dev if you guys want to just create some websites, and if you feel like you can have a pull to your website after putting at least like one ad on there. I wouldn't spam ads like how Geeks for Geeks is doing. They're probably getting paid bank though, but this is like annoying sometimes. But I do like the website. The website is great. It does have valuable information, but I might need to somehow, some way, install some ad blockers, because I don't know. But I feel bad. I don't want to do that because he probably gets paid for this, and it goes right to his money. So let's keep watching. So we gotta do multiple execution modes for the programs. I like that. Modes for programs, perfection. So manages and controls all computer resources, provides services and resources to users' programs, coordinates and monitors program execution to prevent errors, offers a user interface virtual machine, and hides software complexity, supports multiple execution modes for programs. I don't know if the more that I learn this, is it going to become easier? But I'm not going to lie, because some of this I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to remember a lot of this. But I think it really does just come down to taking quizzes at this point. Because even if you get it wrong, you got to understand that in the end, you're still learning. Same way like when you make a mistake, right? You make a mistake, you're still learning. So we're going to kind of draw a little bit of this diagram here. Just because I love to have an image. I love to have something that I don't know why I drew it so big, though. I could have honestly just drew it in a circle. So you got operating system, security. Because I feel like I'm getting it, but then again, I feel like there's so much information being thrown at me at once that I'm confused. Like everything that is said, I understand that it provides services and resources to use a program, but it's not really, obviously it hasn't gotten to detail yet. Hopefully we get there at some point. So it's I don't think I get it. That's why I wish I had a course. But if I'm really not understanding it, and let's say I take a quiz and I don't understand anything, even the stuff that I learned, even the basics of the operating system, I think my best bet is going to be to sit there and kind of just re-go through this at some point, because the goal is to always make sure that I'm actually learning first. That's always my main goal. So we got to go management. How long have we been on live for? Probably about 20 minutes. Oh, about to be 30 minutes. Okie doke. So you got the OS controls all computer resources, coordinates program execution, hides system complexity, ensures security, improves resource utilization. So I actually like that. I think it's basically just saying kind of what was set up here and what is shown in the image. So we got number 1. So this is the process management. So hopefully this could be helpful for me to get into the understanding of. Let's see. We got to get into number 1, process management, and see exactly how is this something that I would need to learn about computers. Because we're still kind of stuck in the operating system. Because once you kind of understand that, everything else does begin to flow. And I think that's probably why a lot of it still feels a little bit difficult for me. Because, I'm still currently learning about the operating system. So, of course, it's not going to just click immediately. I honestly feel like I should have started with this one. Because hardware felt super easy, but I think it's just because I'm just more interested in the hardware. Or I'm such a hands-on person. I like to just kind of see stuff. So this is the processes, perfection. So now we're getting into what a process is. So a process is a running program. Okay, I honestly would not have known that. I would have just thought you would have called it a running program. So that's nice. Now that I get that little keyword there, that's great. That's amazing. The life cycle of process is from the moment program starts until it finishes. The life cycle of process is from the moment programs start until it finishes. Is that English, my guy? The life cycle of process is from the moment programs start until it finishes. Okay, whatever. We're gonna leave that alone. So let's go and write down that because we want to make sure that we got this valuable information here. That's the one thing that I do like about this website is that it does really have some good valuable information. Sometimes it might do a little bit too much, but so far I think it's actually been doing quite well. They have OS tutorial. What the hell is that? Oh, it's probably a video. Sorry, I keep forgetting. I think the best thing for me to do is kind of learn this all the way up until my day off and then take a huge quiz. And if I fumble the bag, I fumble the bag. There's still a couple things with hardware that I kind of need some finishing touches, but I think a lot of it, just like I said, depends on me getting hands-on and kind of actually dealing with stuff like that. So I like this image. You got the start, admitted, ready, and then ready to schedule or dispatch. So basically to the running back to the ready, interrupt or timeout. And it could wait. I don't even know. This is a weird ass. Sorry. This is crazy. It's a weird image. Thank God they write it out a little bit better here. So we're going to do the core functions in processing management. So that's going to be pretty dope. Let's get into this. Hopefully they explained that a little bit better. I'm so happy because I really want to watch Stranger Things. I haven't watched it yet because I was waiting for the whole thing to release, which I thought it was going to be like way later, but then I seen that it did release and I probably bended. So first I got to get a little bit of a recap of what's going on. The only thing I remembered is like a few tiny things, but damn, there was like a big hiatus, gang. Like, I don't know. I don't know about this one. I don't know about that one. So let's go, which process uses the CPU? And I've been trying not to like look at anything, but I love seeing like the cast together, and I think I've seen the biggest spoiler yet. But I'm going to just act like I didn't. Even so though, I feel like I still want to see it for myself. And like that's the thing, because I get so and it was so annoying because I didn't think that they would have kept the spoiler in, or that they would have said the spoiler, because I thought it was like an interview before Stranger Things got released. So when they finally said the spoiler, I was like, bruh, it literally came from the cast member. I was like, oh, I just didn't expect it. I thought they were gonna like bleep it or something. Like, nope. Came from the cast member, and it was because I guess, like I said, the whole season is out, so I was screwed. So now we're getting into synchronization here. Let me make sure I highlight a little bit of this so y'all can see what I'm writing. But no, yeah, so that was crazy. But I just can't wait, man, because we're learning all of this stuff literally. So eventually we can end up passing that CompTIA A+, and I just can't wait to be taking y'all along that entire journey, bro. Just can't wait. Like, this is super fun for me. Y'all have no idea. Just to sit here, live stream it, or record it for a video and just dead take y'all along the journey is insane. I'm doing things that not a lot of people end up doing. They don't really show y'all everything, to them learning, to them going for certs. Like, I'll be literally telling y'all everything. And I think that's amazing. This is just like, bruh, if I knew someone who was doing this, I would literally watch them. I wouldn't even care what they're doing it for. And there probably are some people doing it, but, at the end of the day, if it's not an achievement video, YouTube, like, well, it's not YouTube. I think it does sometimes come down to the people. It's like people say they want to see the behind the scenes, but then it's like they do really want to see that video where you do talk about, like, I got my CompTIA A+, I got my job. Like, they like achievement-based videos. I'm someone where, like, I like it, but after I see that, I want to see the process. And that's why I feel like I document this whole thing, because when I do get my CompTIA A+, and people are like, damn, how did you do it? How long did it take? I could literally show them this series. I'd be like, bro, I studied it for an hour a day for 3, 4, 5 months, right? Or however long it takes. So that's why, I love doing this. I love doing this. I feel like it just has so many different reasons, for why I do it. And I think they're just beautiful reasons nonetheless. So you gotta go communication, and then IPC here. And then say it allows, let me see. Oh, you know what too? Hold on, give me 1 second, because I don't like the fact that it doesn't say in the title, that it doesn't say CompTIA A+. I thought I put CompTIA A+, but I put, for some reason, I don't know why I wrote it like that. I think it's supposed to be like this, CompTIA A+ study. And then I don't even know why they put certain things in here. Like, what the hell did they put? I don't know. I think, I'm not gonna lie, because I sometimes I get this from like ChatGPT, and I feel like they screwed me. IT support, I guess, and we'll go save that. Perfection. Open this back up. All right, let's go here. So lastly, we got, make sure y'all end up hitting that like button, by the way. That will help push this stream out to other people. So we got to do allows processes to exchange data via shared memory. Perfection. By the way, we are on day 39. I don't think I changed the screen, but that is crazy. to be going live for 39 days and to just be documenting myself currently learning. Because at the end of the day, like, I feel like if I wasn't going live, it's like going live literally keeps me accountable. It literally keeps me accountable because my biggest thing is I'm disciplined enough that I think I could do it without going live because I did it before with coding for like, I want to say the first 3 months of coding, I didn't live stream it. I just recorded YouTube videos. But it really keeps you accountable because it's like you have a series and a journey going on and you don't want to, one, disappoint others, but then it really makes it, you don't want to disappoint yourself. You really want to make sure that you could do exactly what you told everyone else that you want to do. And so I feel like it really just makes you just stay accountable, man. Like, come on every day, study, and then it makes you study in real life and just get all that done. And sometimes I got to tell myself, like, I'm doing enough. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm hitting things that I felt like would have never been achievable, like things that would have been on my bucket list, you know? And even though it's not nothing crazy, like the YouTube channel didn't blow up, or it's not like I landed the networking role or something, but there's been plenty of things that are on my bucket list that if, like, me looking now, I'm like, wow, younger me would have been like, you did that. And I do feel like I did do it, but sometimes I'm at a point where I'm like, if nothing clicks yet, it's like I feel like I can't celebrate. You know what I mean? Like, finally getting the channel monetized, I'm like, okay, that's great. But it's like, it doesn't feel like a celebrating moment for me. Because it's not, I'm probably only going to get paid, like, what? Like, maybe $15, $20 for the month, which is good. But YouTube doesn't let you really pull that money out until you hit 100. So I would have to wait, like, 4 or 5 months before I could even get it out. And then, like, vice versa. Like, I know how to build websites, but I'm not making a consistent income yet. Or, just different things like that. So a part of me is like, yes, I'm opening up a lot of opportunities for myself, but man, if one of these could click, my confidence would boost because I'll be like, okay, now it's not just a skill I know. This is something that's actually like worked. But that's why I like to also see it as, even if I could inspire or motivate one person, at the end of the day, that ends up being more, like, I'm more happy about that. Like, there's people who come on here and they tell me that I inspire them, and even I don't even have like a crazy big channel, and they will come on here and be like, I inspire them to study every day, or they will say things like, damn, you're very consistent, like, I need to get like that, or whatever. And I'm like, damn, like, I love the fact that I can inspire people like that. And then that's where I kind of throw my focus on that. At the end of the day, it's like, it's working. You know what I mean? And I'm super happy to just be continuing going down this path, man. It's just super fun. I love the fact that it's really just me taking y'all along my little study session. I think that's where a lot of like YouTubers kind of get lost, is that they try to make content that's entertaining, but it's not really them. And so when they do it and they don't like to do it, they feel like they still have to do it. And then it kind of sucks because then they start just doing stuff for money, even though like some people would be like, oh, but at least they're getting paid good. Sometimes they don't care about that. They're just doing it. Well, they do care. That's why they're still doing it. But they're like low-key miserable. And it's sad. That's it for me, man. Like, I plan to just keep my channel about everything I want to do. And I never want to get stuck on it. And like, I get it too, because the problem is that, oh wait, hold on. So it goes to process 1 and then process 2 comes back. But I get it, because the problem is that like when you rely on it as an income, where did all my pens go? Oh, I must have put it in the room. But when you rely on it as an income, like some people could turn this into like their actual, job. I could see why some people would be like, yeah, no, like I need to do it this way, yada yada. But it's tough. It's tough. So I do secondary management, or memory, sorry, my fault. Secondary memory, we do this little thing here. I like the way it's looking. So I believe exactly what we wrote is that memory management is in an operating system is how data is stored and organized in main memory and secondary memory. So I like the little diagram. The diagram is very helpful. Like I said, though, the scariest part for me is kind of like, how am I going to remember all this? You know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm going to have to really probably just take it test by test. Because if I end up messing something up on a quiz, all it's going to do is just teach me how to answer it correctly the next time. And so that's pretty much, what I gotta kind of focus on. By the way, if y'all are new here, man, make sure y'all end up hitting that sub button and hit that like button, get the stream pushed out to other people. But currently, we are just documenting the entire journey to hopefully becoming a IT support specialist, but mainly what I really want to get into is becoming a networking engineer. But as of right now, we are doing a little bit of some CompTIA A+ studying that I want to take y'all along with. And I'm somebody who I will stay committed to hopping on live every single day and documenting this journey. I've done it before with web design. I did it for about 7 months. I think the first couple months was YouTube videos every day. And then after that, I think I got to day 120 and I finally started to live stream it all the way up to day 200. So that's around 7-ish months of me just being live and currently showing y'all my entire journey. And I think that's just crazy. So if you click this and you really want to see someone who's going to stay committed from day 39, my bad, it says day 38 right there, but it is day 39, just haven't switched it. This is legitimately the channel to be if you want to see someone grind from practically day 0 to next. Because almost 39 days ago, I had no idea what any of the hardware for a computer was, and we ended up finishing kind of that section to where I feel very confident about the hardware for computers. Now we're just hopping into the software side of things, which our main focus is on the operating system. So I thought that it was pretty lit. It was pretty lit. So definitely make sure you guys end up tuning in and hitting that subscribe button. So you gotta go virtual memory here. Uses disks. Let's see. Uses disk space as extra money. Oh, for some reason I thought it said use disk space as extra money, but memory to run large programs like that. And then we're getting a little bit more into different things here. So we got fragmentation handling. Let me go hit that with a highlight so I could kind of see my damn self. So fragmentation handling. So I'm just assuming this is just probably some stuff that would probably pop up on the quiz. But I wonder, is this going to be things that, not that would you need to know, because obviously you're going to need to know stuff for like this type of thing for IT support. But I feel like a lot of it is really like maybe more or less the navigation of it. But I guess it could kind of help with if they're having an issue, you could know, oh, this is possibly a software issue. You know what I mean? So I feel like I guess I understand it to that extent. So let's go management. And we're going to have to go handles, file storage, free space, disk scheduling, and backups, which is great, period. We finished that. Just reread a little bit. We got key activities in memory management. So I like this. Assigns free memory as needed, prevents processes from interfering with each other's data, uses disk space as extra memory. Love that. Next, we got the file system. I love this image. It gets super deep into it. That's dope. Stop playing with me. I heard a little step. I don't know what's going on, but it sounded like there was a step behind me. I don't like that. I don't like that. All right, so now let's get into the file management side of things. This is simply a lot of note-taking, but we are going to get into the job search very, very soon, which I can't wait for. So let's go management. Actually, better yet, let's do a little bit of the job search right now, and then we're going to hop back into some of the studying. So let's go here. I'm going to come back here and then do about, let me see if I can look up IT support offers. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. I know, oh, never mind. Okay, hold on. I know y'all can't see the screen, but we're almost there. Offers USA. And I'm probably going to have to do, I don't think Glassdoor is good. We could do this one. Let's try Indeed. Because Indeed, no, I'm just kidding. I don't think we have actually looked at Indeed for in a while, to be honest. So let's jump back over here. So we got this little position. I'm not sure. This is like full-time. Some of these might be in person, but the goal is to kind of see what exactly are they looking for. So they said, do you have experience with Windows? A bachelor's degree. I like what we're getting into here. I like what we're getting into. I think there's a couple more things going on as well. So let's go and scroll down. If I could scroll down the right spot, please. Okay, here we go. So this is in-person setting. It's okay though, we just want to see exactly what this description looks like. What are they possibly looking for? So this is an IT specialist infrastructure systems admin. So this is kind of a mix. This is a mix, actually, because I was looking at IT infrastructure system admins as separate. So the fact that it's a mix of all of it, that's tough. So technical support, you're provide first line support for hardware, software, and network issues. So this is like a mix of all three. This is literally like help desk and then mixing it with like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, pretty much. Troubleshoot and resolve technical problems. System maintenance. Am I on the screen? Oh, yes, I am. System maintenance. Perform regular maintenance and updates on IT systems, including servers, workstations, network equipment. I like that. Ensure all systems are running efficiently and securely. Then you got network management. You got monitor and manage the plant's network infrastructure, including switches, routers, and firewalls. Ensure network security and optimal performance. Software management. You install, configure, update software. Oh, this is something that I'm realizing too when it does come to the software side of things. It's more about this, and I guess you can consider this software. But it's more about this. Install, configure, updating software applications used in the production plant, assist with software licensing and compliance. So I feel like when you kind of understand this role of things, like, yes, maybe learning the functions of the operating system and stuff like that is good, but that's really mainly probably for your understanding and just for like a quiz-based type of thing. This is really all you're going to do with software. But like I said, a lot of it is best when you just kind of learn on the job. So that's why part of me is thinking like, before even getting the CompTIA, I'm still going to try to see if I could apply for positions. And if I landed something, whether it's the one that's in person, that's part-time, or the ones that are online, hopefully that are part-time or full-time, I feel like I think they could teach me. We got data management. Ensure data integrity security by performing regular backups, implementing data protection measures, and assist with data recovery efforts. So we got user training, so provide training, support to plant staff on IT systems and applications. This must be more of like a deeper position, I'm assuming. Project support, assist with IT projects, including system upgrades. Well, like that. Never really thought about that. It's like upgrades, system upgrades, how you kind of have to be a part of it, especially if they want to do like some hardware upgrades. New technology implementations, exactly, process improvements. That is pretty dope. I think it seems like a super fun career to me. 3+ years of experience in IT support role, production, or manufacturing environment. Proficiency in Windows, Linux operating systems. I like that. Network management and common software applications. So I like this too. They're not telling you to get too deep into the software side of things, but just understanding the commonness of it. You got problem solving, strong analytical and problem solving skills, ability to troubleshoot and resolve anything that's technical. I really love the way their job description is. I really love it. This is really good. A team player, working condition, environment, production plant settings with exposure, manufacturing equipment and processes. And yes, but this is obviously more in person, but I do like the fact that it's pretty good. $62K to $83K a year for help desk support, but I guess it's a network monitor as well. So I guess that's not too bad. This is obviously in person as well for about $62K a year to almost $83K a year. I obviously don't live in this area, but the point is just kind of trying to see, even though this is more of a deeper type of job, I want to see what they require, what they want to see if you could do. So I don't know what that stuff is. So here we go. This is a networking monitor help desk support subtasks position. Conduct fault management to detect, isolate, and correct abnormal network and information processing systems. So I'm assuming this is just like a networking role, but you're just dealing with help desk, I guess. So I guess they really want you to be super like informed. Like they want you to know how to be like a network engineer mixed with everything help desk, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. That's crazy. You said look into Field Nation. I definitely will have to. Is that like what is Field Nation? Is that for necessarily applying, or is that just like, what is it called? Is it for applying, or is that for learning? Oh shoot, my fault, y'all. I meant to turn this off. I swear I always forget. Monitor all nodes for operational integrity, respond to trouble calls, initiate and maintain trouble tickets and other logs to document these anomalies. Oh, anonymous. Nope, not even gonna try it. Not even gonna try it. I know the word though. Populate and examine trouble errors for troubleshooting and capturing metrics. Provide technical support to resolve problems or escalate to the appropriate level. Monitor and administer network tools. So I like this. Log all network issues utilizing the 480 ISR approved system. What? No, I'm just kidding. So I guess they might have a separate system. Record for problems, errors, and maintenance in such a way to easily generate reports. I love this. I love this. They get into the key details. So they want you to have minimum 3 years of networking experience. IAT level 2 security plus certification. Love that. Demonstrate knowledge of network monitoring tools and on customer site. Oh, you said IT field work. Okay, my fault. I don't know. Oh, you said into Field Nation, but for some reason I wasn't thinking of IT field work. I feel like I wouldn't mind doing IT field work, but I believe isn't field work the one where you're going to, I believe, people's houses and then you're kind of doing certain things. I feel like I wouldn't mind doing that. But like I said, it always comes down to, and I hate to be picky, but I feel like since I do have a main job that pays the bills and stuff like that and is more stable, it's really hard for me to pick something that is going to probably need me full time. Like if I could do it part time, then that's great. But something that's possibly going to need me full time is where it's kind of like, it's going to be difficult for me to try and get into. But if it's part time, I would be down. But it's like, I don't think it is. I do not think it is. You said no, you're going to businesses. Oh, okay, so businesses. But basically it's the same thing though. It's like you're just traveling to places and you're doing IT work, right? I'm pretty sure. So we got provides polite, professional, and responsive customer service, provides daily face-to-face support. So this one's a help desk technician. You say you made $220 in the last 2 hours. That's pretty dope. But what exactly is the, I want to say the time, the schedule of it? Is it something that you are like working on your own time? Like, is it like freelanced or is it mainly like a 9 to 5? Like, how is that looking? Because that's where my biggest issue would be. Because I just feel like I said, my other job is too stable. It pays well, it's stable, it pays for everything. I can't go for something that's possibly going to pay less. And I can't go for something that I could easily probably get let go of. That's why for me, I wanna leave my first job until I land a networking role. Because then that feels more permanent. Especially if you land that role in in healthcare, and or if you land that role in like a different area. So I feel like that's where my thing is. Like healthcare, government, so unionized buildings. Then that's when I'll leave my first job. I'm leaving my first job right now. This warehouse, it's just too stable. It's too stable. It says you bid jobs. It's freelance. It takes time to start up, so start doing it part time. Ooh, okay. So then I definitely got to look into that then, because that was always my issue. I'm like, I can't do something that's gonna be too time consuming. So then that's good. That's good. I probably could definitely look into that. Alrighty. Thank you, man. So it provides end-user software troubleshooting support remotely. So it's more, I don't know if this is a complete remote position or it might be a hybrid. I wasn't really seeing it, which I really wouldn't mind. I think this one doesn't seem too bad. But I don't think it's, oh, you know what's crazy too? Weekends, oh, never mind. I thought it was saying like you could work on the weekends. I was like, this is part-time. No, it's not. No, it is not. Manages the functionality of efficiency of group computers running on one or more operating systems. I like this type of stuff. He said the field work is more like running cables, swapping out switches, troubleshooting devices in person. There are remote contracts, but those are rare. Okay, so then I think I definitely would like to get into field work then. Especially because you said it's more of like freelance in a way, but it is more difficult to build on, but I like that. I think the only thing that, like I said, really sucks for me too is that my schedule, like I work literally the worst time schedule ever. What is up, Helix? What is up? I literally work like the worst time schedule ever, that I would have to do a lot of my stuff in the morning. Like it would have to be from like 9 to like not even 2, 9 to 1, which still isn't bad, especially because it's freelance, so I could like do it. But hey, that's not bad, man. Thank you for letting me know. I definitely can't wait to like look into that and see how that works, because I was looking for certain websites that do allow for freelance work, because that's gonna be the first thing I focus on. Because so far I've already been doing freelance work for the past month, but it's been like little stints here and there for like friends, family, and like for friends and family that I guess I could call independent work. But it was never really paid. It was just kind of doing things like trying to fix the TV network, fixing the printer at this place, and just doing different stuff like that. Doing like a couple of IT things as well. So I feel like I was doing pretty good, like doing things like that, but it just was never really paid. It was just kind of for the experience. So I've always was trying to look for things that are actual, like freelance, maybe websites that I can apply for, so people can kind of, I guess, order me. No, I'm just kidding. So people can kind of get me to come over and do some troubleshooting. You said you can also look into Upwork. That's more towards the remote troubleshooting. Hey, that's what's up, man. That is what's up. You're right. I probably should do a couple more of those things, because that's literally what I want to get into, specifically for when it does, a lot of these jobs that ask for experience. I know it's more or less preferred, but if someone hops on here and they end up applying with way more experience than I do, it's more possible that they could land it. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking, I always figured I would have to do freelance work, and I've also had like this little practicium that allowed me to be hands-on that was called an internship. So I don't know if I should call it that or not, but it was something I did while I was in high school. So I'm like, I don't know if I could claim it like that, but that was what it was called. So either way, I'll probably call it like a practicium or just call it an internship. But I had hands-on experience before when it came to troubleshooting. So I'm like, that's gonna be really good for my resume, and especially if I could sit there and add on a lot more freelance work that I ended up doing, I think would be super dope. To repair PCs and printers when needed. So this isn't a bad offer either, but it says, and it's IT specialist 1, service desk, full-time, variable. Pretty sure though you have to work in as I say, office, production floor. You're gonna have to work in person, but these positions aren't too bad. I like to see what they ask for, because it kind of shows me what certain jobs are looking for and how to necessarily prepare myself. They have a CompTIA Server Plus. What in the hell? There's no way. A vendor-neutral intermediate level IT certification validating skills in installing, configuring, managing, and troubleshooting server hardware. That's... oh shit. Oh, brother. I just had a cup next to me and that scared the hell out of me. I thought it was full. So I'm gonna look into this. You might not need this. I'm just like a big studier though, and I love to learn as much as I could learn. So even if I landed the job, I would still sit here and just study these things. But yeah, Upwork isn't bad. That's actually really good. I'm glad that you told me that. That's probably the wave. Because I already knew it's probably going to be super hard to land an actual position. Like, I'm going to have to be applying to a lot of jobs first before actually landing one. And then from there, I would have to, throughout that, do some limited freelance work. So I'm glad that you showed me exactly how to get there and what to use to necessarily do it. I think that's pretty dope. I don't really care about the pay though. Like literally, if I had to put myself down for free, the point for me is to just get hella experience. I can care less about the pay and actually doing it. I just want to put it on my resume that I've worked and have done something. Because since I do work my main job, it does, take care of the bills, and it also offers overtime and stuff like that. And I do the overtime often, 10 to 12 hours daily. I'm like, the money isn't needed at all. Like, it would be nice if I could get paid for the money, but it's just not needed. But I prefer experience. This is 1+ year of hardware experience beyond imaging and deployment. What does it mean beyond imaging and deployment? Excellent problem solving skills, proven experience in Windows OS, basic knowledge of the command prompt. So this is one on the lower end. CompTIA fundamentals. Are you talking about Upwork, or are you talking about this particular position? So it's CompTIA IT fundamentals, A+, Cloud Plus. I didn't even know they had a Cloud Plus, a Mobility Plus. What in the hell? Well, I'm sure I know what Cloud is, but Mobility. Are we testing how I move? No, I'm just kidding. I would be done. Like, what? I didn't even know they had all these. You probably don't need them all though. But I do like to just take a lot of notes on these, just in case if I ever wanted to get it in the future, one of these days. This is an intermediate level IT certification focused on managing and securing mobile devices. Oh, this is perfect. Wait, hold on. No one's ever told me about this. Oh, like mobile. Like phones. Okay, sorry. That didn't click for me. That didn't click for me. Wow. That is crazy. I always wondered, because I always wanted to get into doing things with phones, like whether it's a phone repair or like getting into the hardware phones or just doing screen repairs, basic fixes. That's always been something that I've been looking for, man. It's super dope. It says, what experience do you have? Oh damn, wait, hold on. We got a couple of comments. Hold on, let me start from the top. It says, well, look for AI focused companies that has its position open because they have the money now, so getting selected will be way easier. Hey, I mean, maybe that's the wave. Maybe that's the wave. It says, what experience do you have? I currently don't have too much experience. I've only, so far, have been learning IT support for about 39 days. And I've mainly just learned about hardware. I did a little bit of like an internship slash practicium, I want to say, in high school for about 3-4 months. That was hands-on IT troubleshooting with computers and badges. And then I believe the next thing I did within this month were a couple of different things. It was kind of like independent work where I tried fixing the network on a TV, and I basically was able to determine that it was probably a hardware issue because I did everything that needed to get done. So then there was other things like with printers and different things like that, like just a couple of hands-on stuff. It says, if anything, all you need is A+, Network Plus, and Security Plus. No, yes, I already know about that. I just think it's super cool that they have so many different ones. I think they even came out with a couple of new ones too. I think it's like the CCSP or CCSN, something like that, that some people have been taking instead of the CompTIA A+ and been able to land some jobs. And I think it's a little bit more easier to learn as well, but I think it still relates more towards networking though. So I'm like, that's pretty dope. He said, and the ones with all the certs never really know a lot. No, facts, bro. Because normally people do just get the certs and then they just never really get hands-on experience. So it's like, it just ends up being like, damn, all you do is just... But that's why, like, people gave certs and degrees such bad names by doing that. Because then they'll sit there and kind of like go straight, like literally get this degree. Before, back in the day, if you had a degree, man, you were set. You knew what you were doing, you're getting it. Now it's to the point where if you walk in with this, like it might boost you compared to other people, but if you really, like, they still want to see if you know what you're coming in for. They don't care about what cert or degree you got. Like, it's nice to see. They might put you a little bit higher, maybe pull you in for an interview because you got one, but if they're noticing that your ass can't speak in technical terms, you're done for. You're literally done for. It says Net Plus is good for IT support. Yeah, I plan on really getting the A+, Net Plus, Security Plus. I want to go down that whole line because I would love to try and get into cyber, but like shooting low, we're going to first try to land an IT support specialist role and then hopefully try to get into a networking role first before trying to shoot too high into cyber, because cyber is more difficult. Like if people think getting into networking is hard, cyber is a different realm. It says A+, Network Plus, Security Plus, and get some business acumen. Yes, I might have pronounced that wrong. So this is just her side gig. Her main thing is rapping. Is it because I'm talking fast? My bad, man. I don't know. I'm a fast talker. It says, are you familiar with IP-config and netstat? It said, I have 5 certs, 5+ years in IT. They have helped. Hey, what's up? No, I am not. I want to say I literally just started. Like, I'm still learning about software right now. Like, I think the only thing I got was kind of the basics of the operating system. I'm still currently studying over here, which is the functions of the operating system. So I'm really new, like real new to this. I think I could land a help desk position though, because I think you learn the best when you are kind of hands-on or working for like a business. But currently I don't have a help desk position. I just work at a warehouse right now. But the goal is to see if I can go and land one at some point, hopefully by like March, but I haven't even started applying just yet. I'm kind of like still looking, still searching, because my main job is quite stable, it pays the bills, so it's kind of hard to jump to one of these, so I need something that fits my schedule until I land kind of like a networking role, because it just wouldn't make sense for me to leave for a help desk position, which I could possibly get fired on, because they have a high turnover rate, so it's like, what if I get fired? I left my damn main job for what? But yeah. Says, I have the certs, I have a degree, and I have the field work. The field work helped way more. No, yes, definitely. I'm probably gonna have to get into that field work, man. I'm glad that you put me onto that one. Cause I was already planning on freelance work. I just didn't really know. Oh, this is remote. I like that. I just didn't really know how to get there. Wait a second. ATM machine help desk technician? 3 p.m. Brother, and then they like literally all their shifts go into my main job. Like, how? How does this keep happening? And it's a 5-month contract. Saturday, Sunday, every weekend they will be working. This literally was perfect. This literally was perfect until I saw this shift. But either way though, I probably would still apply and just kind of see if they would let me try to, like, you know, let's jump to first shift or something. But that's why I need to switch my main job shift. Because I'm realizing all these shifts, like, especially for help desk technicians, even if it's a morning shift, they normally do 8 to 5, and that's into my real job. Like, my real job has already started at that point. Or they'll do like 9 to 6. I'm like, so, or not my real job. Why am I acting like this isn't real? My first job. So I'm like, come on, man. He said, get familiar with command line IP. Yes, I'm telling you. I have all these plans. I have it all written down exactly what I need to end up getting into. I just need to take it a step at a time. Because, we're on day 39. We're not too far into this. I don't know too much. Just trying to land a little bit of a certain position just so I can learn, hopefully. Ability to work, multiple systems. But that's the goal of this channel, really, is to kind of just document myself from day 1 or day 0 and kind of show myself get there so that people can be like, oh, damn, I want to, the people that are always like, how did you get there? I could show them back to this and they'll be like, damn, this is how it started. You studied this, you did this. Wow, that's crazy. You know what I mean? So that's really my goal. And to also kind of show people that you can learn whatever you put your mind to. Like, some people think, damn, I don't know IT yet, or I don't understand this yet, or blah, 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 and they won't even give it a shot. It's like, I just finished learning about hardware, which I think I'm confident with hardware now, but I had no idea what hardware was, or like each piece of hardware was with computers until about 2 weeks ago. Like maybe 2-ish, 3 weeks ago. And then I ended up learning it. Now I'm getting into the software section, and let's see how long this takes, but the important thing is that I'm seeing progress. And I think that's just like deeply insane. Says, where you get the idea from, like, to document the learnings? I mean, have you seen someone else and got inspired? No, I haven't. I think I got inspired because I didn't see anyone do it. But I think I got the idea because I actually I'm trying to think, because I feel like it wasn't like a particular person, but I could use a couple of examples. But like, you see how Logan Paul got into WWE. You see how Jake Paul is now doing his boxing thing. You see how Kai Cenat is now the biggest streamer. It doesn't need to be that huge, but I feel like you never really seen them document every step of the way. Like, they've documented a lot, but it was never like it was always what was meant to be entertainment. But they never documented the stuff that got them there, like that studying or them trying to figure out, this, and that, and the third. It was just kind of like, surprise, I'm here now. And it's not saying that they don't have a bunch of videos that built them to that. It's just those videos didn't document every step of it. And then even so, like, even looking at people at current jobs, like, there's people at my jobs that are in such higher positions, or there's people who are in cybersecurity. And I always wondered, what was your day-to-day like? What was your step-to-step? So I just decided to make a channel about it, because I'm just like, no one's really done it, Because even with Speed, right now, Speed is doing something that's like similar, where he pretty much, he'll be like, becoming a WWE superstar for the day. And then he kind of documents that. I'm like, to an extent, that's what I mean. But it's like, it's just not every step. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I just wish, I'm sure I'm explaining everything correctly. I'm sure I'm explaining it, but, no, yeah, man. And I just got really passionate about it. Like, I'm just so happy. Like, I really love documenting it from zero. He said, I never knew Jake Paul is this huge, crazy just from YouTube. No, yeah. Yeah, because I was going to say, because with Jake, like, I feel like, for one, I really didn't think Jake Paul and Logan Paul were actually going to be, like, doing what they're doing now. Like, they went down paths that just were, like, crazy. for being like a YouTuber to then, you know, Jake Paul, even eventually landing on a TV show, even though I think eventually he got off that, but then gets into boxing and then starts boxing these top boxers. And boxing has like, you know, a good amount of money involved with it. And it's like, that's all he really has to do. And he doesn't have to make YouTube content no more. You know, so it's crazy. Says, can I just dump all of my resources? Definitely, definitely. I think that would be amazing for me because I would love to know all of it. I'm someone who's just really passionate and disciplined. I want to learn. So if you got some learning resources, if you got some job resources, definitely away. But I don't think you could do links. You would have to like say like a title because links, I don't know why they don't allow links in the comment section. It's weird. So what certs do I have? I currently do not have any certs. I'm trying to work towards my CompTIA A+ though. So I'm doing some CompTIA A+ studying. And yeah, well, as of right now, I'm kind of looking at job descriptions, but we're going to get back into some studying pretty soon. Just a little bit more. And yeah. Oh, damn. Oh, wait, this is the same position. Wait, is it? Because I thought I clicked. I don't know. Or maybe it is the same position, but it's probably like a different, oh, they have desktop administrator. Is this IT? It says it's on call though. It says it's on call. But I do plan on eventually going, I want to go for my A+, my Network Plus, my Security Plus, my CCNA, and that's probably the most I'll do. Or, I mean, I'm someone who loves the stack certs. So I wouldn't say that's the most I would do. I could see that's my main focus, but I could see myself doing a bunch of different certifications, even though they don't really matter. I feel like to me it does. Because, I don't know, I think it's so cool to have something on your wall. Like, I even got 2 certifications for web design, and obviously you don't need certifications for web design, like, at all. So, but I personally like to get it because it makes me feel like, damn, you learned something, here it is. Or, like, even same thing, like, you know, I feel like it gives me the same feeling as if I were to get, like, a degree. You know what I mean? It's like these certs give me this feeling. So it's like I would literally only get it just to have it. Of course, I'll put it on my resume if it matters for the certain positions, but I just love getting certs. Legitimately. I think it's just so cool. And then I plan on eventually getting an IT degree, which I know you also don't need, but why not? You know what I mean? Why not? And they have programs that is like accelerated degrees. You can get them quicker than 4 years. You're not going to be in too much debt depending on how long you do it for. And I just think it would be super cool to just go for that. And then eventually, you know, if I ever was possibly able to ever land a cybersecurity role, get that degree too. Because the only good thing about degrees is that if you're like, I know some people are like, oh, you don't need the degree. But if you land an IT role, and let's say you're kind of like deeper into IT, like I don't know exactly what position you have to be in, but let's say you're like in a networking engineering role, it really depends on your position in your job. But you can end up sitting there and having a bachelor's degree, and that can boost your pay up more because you have a degree. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not like, for instance, let's say they hire someone degreeless for 23 an hour or something, or like 30 an hour. But if you had a degree, they can hire you for 36 because you showed that you had one, or you showed that you had that knowledge, you went to school for it. So that's why for me, I'm always like, getting a degree isn't bad, especially if there's like, you use accelerated programs and it's not going to be that much of debt, and or you're good at managing debt. As long as I stay within $20,000 of debt, I don't care. I know I could like pay that off. It's not gonna be like this, but I know that I'm gonna be able to do it. If it gets anything higher than that, I'm like, might not want to. But same thing too, if you were to get like your master's, I think getting your master's, it can make it more easier for you to get into manager type of roles. But I probably wouldn't get my master's unless I'm really like, I want to be in this manager role. But I don't even think you really, at that point, I think I would only get it when I land the role, because then from there you can get paid more with getting your master's as well. So it really depends. Like, you have to learn like what positions you get into when it comes to getting a degree, where it ends up working. He said CompTIA, ITF, A+, Network Plus, Security Plus, CCNA. Yes, those are, oh, I actually wasn't thinking about CompTIA. Oh, as IT fundamentals. Offensive Security Cert, Intro into Game, Hacking, DEF CON, TCM, Security, Practical, Ethical Hacking, Windows, Privilege, Escalation for Beginners. Yes, I love this. I love it, I love it, I love it. I actually wasn't going to go for my IT fundamentals. But I mean, it's possible that I could, but I just feel like I don't need to. I feel like I could skip it. But so I was watching his podcast. He mentioned his monthly ads income is 400K. I was like, that much is salary for a year. No, literally, we literally all seen, well, I think I seen a clip of it on YouTube short, but I was looking at someone named Agent 00. I believe he's like a part of Kai Cenat's like group and whatever. Oh, this isn't even the same thing no more. Oh no, yes it is. For $11 an hour is crazy. But is it remote? I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care though. If it's remote, I could do it. But there was a dude, Agent 000, or 00, whatever the hell. He ended up getting I think like 50K. And it wasn't even like what he made from like a whole month. It was from a brand. Like he had a brand deal for the month that paid him 50K in total. To like just the brand deal. I was like, imagine, because that wasn't even his views off of Twitch. That wasn't even his views off of YouTube, his YouTube shorts. Because shorts can, like, if shorts hit millions of views back to back, or if you get at least like a 26 million viewed short, that's money coming into your account. So I'm like, it was none of that. That was strictly just a brand deal that paid him 50K for the month. I was like, yo. So imagine like all these people, they're just making hella bank. But, you know, their expenses, though, they make their expenses kind of equal that. And that's why you see a lot of famous people keep going, because it's like they make their expenses so huge. I'm like, bro, if I was making that, I wouldn't even sit here. I'm actually not going to be able to get back into, let me see, what time is it? Oops, I clicked the wrong thing. I want to see. How long have we been on live for? Been on live for about an hour and 14 minutes. So I'm just going to yap up the last 15 minutes here. But, it's just crazy because I'm like, damn, because I don't know, because if that were to be me, I feel like I would live so like frugal, I think is the best way to explain it. Like, I do want a house because I do plan on wanting to have kids and stuff like that, but I don't think it would have to be anything crazy for me. Like, if that were to ever be me, I would literally just probably like a 3-4 bedroom, simply because I want to take care of some people when they get old, and then I want to be able to have like my own children and yada yada. But then from there, it's like, I don't care. Like for me, a car is like wearing shoes, you know? So like, there's people out there who would just be getting some like crazy looking cars. I'm like, that's like wearing a pair of shoes to me. Like, as long as the car runs, the car runs. And then that's another thing too. Like, I'm not a big shoe person either. So it's like, some people be spending bands on shoes. I'm like, I'll wear whatever the hell it is. Like, I don't know what the hell be going on. He said this guy lives off of interest coming from a bank account after certain huge incomes. No, literally, especially too, if you put it in a high yield savings account. Like, at first, because I was looking, I'm like, you know, if you put like $20,000 in a high yield savings account, you're probably gonna make like $1,000 for the year. So I'm like extra. So I'm like, oh, you know, that's not that much. Like, it's only growing by 1,000. But when I looked up, if you put 100,000 in there, you make 10K. It was either 5 or 10K. I'd have to look it up, but that was if it was at like a 5%. If it wasn't, obviously it was a little bit lower. But you're like pulling in 5 to 10K just off of that, and I'm like, hold up, this could pay bill. Like, you don't even gotta like work no more. You could straight up just live off that motherfucker or something like that. I think it was like 5 to 10K. I'm like, that would be crazy, brother. You don't even gotta do nothing. But I don't know. For me, it's like I just never really seen it as, oh, I want to get this nice car, I want to get these nice shoes. But granted, at that time with YouTube, it's like when you had all the nicer things, you kind of were going viral. But there's still people who do it to this day. They'll be like, let me get this jewelry, let me get this, let me get that. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, what? That is crazy. He said the math is not mathing. Oh, did I mess it up? Maybe it wasn't 100K. Let me look it up. Unless you're talking about like when you put a low amount. Unless that's what you're saying. Yes, like putting like 20K and only getting like 1,000 or a little bit less. I'm like, there's no point for me to leave it in there. Like, what the hell? I'm just gonna only make 1,000 a year? Let me see real quick. I want to ask ChatGPT. Hopefully they know what they're doing, because I don't have time to like search this up indefinitely. Let me look this up. If you put $100,000 in a high yield savings account, how much are you making yearly? Yeah, I think yearly, right? Oh, I'm stupid. Cause I said, okay, now I get what you're saying. Cause I said you're making 10K yearly, and I said that could pay rent. For some reason, I was thinking monthly. My fault. I screwed that up. I screwed that. I was thinking monthly. I don't know why I said that. Bro, I'm slow, bro. I don't know why I said that. But hey, listen. That was my fault. That was my fault. I'm like, didn't I say that right? No, I said monthly. Oh, it's cause staying up all this time, man. Staying up all this time. I screwed up. I screwed up. I'm tired. My math was not math in there, but it's all good. But no, yeah. So making even so, making about 5 to 7K at least a year isn't bad compared to making I guess like 1,000. But it's still crazy that it's still, even though you put that much in there and you're making that much yearly, it's like it still feels like it should be more, doesn't it? Like it feels like it should literally be more yearly. I feel like I'm mixing up my words and that's why I'm confusing myself. But for some reason, that's not the case. That just ain't the case. But I just feel like I said, if it were me, like I don't know, I feel like for me, I would always put money back into, like I feel like I would do it like how I guess Mr. Beast does it. I don't like the exact style that he does it, but I like that when he makes the money, he immediately puts it back into the content and does something with it. Or like my main idea has always been like I want to be able to create places or kind of courses for people to where, and in-person courses too, like I don't know, like bring it to their state or maybe it could be online, but to where it's like people are able to learn an actual skill. And then I would always want to pretty much like do it to where they can kind of land a job. Like I feel like that's what I would use my money for. So it's like, if I'm making like an editing course and people are editing, it's like I want to be able to give them experience. Even if the experience is something as stupid as like edit this video for me and I'll put you on like a payroll or whatever the hell, and it could be something so cheap, but just for the fact of that you're getting experience so you could do it for another job. It's like my goal is like I would love to use my money to try and help people make money, if that makes sense. That was my goal. I'm still stuck on the fact that I messed up my math. Some reason I was thinking monthly. I'm like, damn, you're making 5 to 10K monthly off of that. I was like, hold up. I even started thinking about it. I'm like, let me just get to 100K. Like, let me just get there. Let me put that bitch away. Oh, I can't believe I did that. It says mobile application testing, Udemy, 100 Days of Python, Network Chuck, YouTube, Professor Messer on YouTube, Dior on YouTube. Yes. I don't really like looking at YouTubers though, because I feel like looking at other YouTubers, I suck. I suck at learning through a YouTube video. I don't know what it is. I suck at learning through a YouTube video. I'm always so straight to the point. Blue teams try to hack me. Yes, man. Thank you so much for all of this. I got to screenshot this on my phone. But thank you all so much for tuning in, man. If you're new here, I'm not getting off just yet. But make sure you end up hitting that sub button. Make sure you end up hitting that like button, especially for my fumble on my math, which was crazy. Because at first when you said math wasn't math, and I was like, I'm pretty sure it's 5 to 10K or like something close to that. But then I'm like, damn. I'm so stuck on that. How the hell did I do that? But then that means for you to make, because that's basically like making, but listen though, what's still crazy about that, well, I think I said around 3 to 5K because it's not like it will always stay. I think it's like 5K. So let's say you put 200,000 away. Still, even making about 10K, because I think it says 4 to 5. At least is what ChatGPT is saying. But I swore on everything. Before they told me this, they said it was like 10. So now I'm tripping. But 4 to 5K. But then it said, you said you gotta go home. I've gotta go though. I'm going home. Alright, I'll catch you later, my guy. But yeah, so it says about 5K for 5%. Obviously, it might not be that, but let's just say hypothetically. So let's say you put 200K away. I'm assuming that would probably be when you hit around 10K. And that's just making an extra 1,000 monthly, if that makes sense. So then that's a little bit better. At least you're making an extra 1,000 monthly at that point, or close to it. Even if it's like a 4%er, that's like 8,000. So there we go. Now that's better math, because we're making about 10 to, maybe if it was like you put about 220K away, you could possibly pull in about 8 to 12K from interest. Possibly. It's about 1,000 monthly. That ain't bad. That wouldn't be bad. An extra 1K. So can you check any of your videos' earnings? You want me to show you it? I could show you it. I make a couple of cents. I'm not gonna cap. This is like the only time that I will end up showing y'all it, because it's like well, obviously I could probably show it for the time being until like I start making actual money, but I feel like because I don't really make nothing, like I'm making money, so which is cool, but it's not money that I could take out until probably what I want to say. I wouldn't be able to take any of this out until what I think like March or something, like the summer. I don't know. It's weird. But by the way, if y'all are new here, man, make sure you end up hitting that sub button. Come join me on this journey of learning IT support. I've been documenting this journey since day 0, and I'll keep it pushing. Alrighty, so definitely make sure to join. Alright, let's see real quick. Let me see. How can I do it? Because I don't want to like spoil it because I have some videos that I plan on coming out later. So part of me is like, I kind of want to see if I clicked something and I went back, would it show it? Damn, it would. It would. Because that's something that's going to come out. I mean, I guess I don't really care. Whatever. I'll just show it. Who cares? Let me go and look at one of my good videos. Because I just got monetized after... Did I get monetized for this video? I don't think so. Because if I did, it probably would have made a little bit more. So I got monetized after here. So we can look at the very first video that I've ever made, how much I made. It was literally just a couple of cents. Just a couple of cents. So what do you do after this? What's your day look like? Literally right after this, I just end up getting ready for work. So yeah, pretty much just get ready for work. Wait, damn, it's kind of hard. Wait, how do I find... Oh, I'm like, where's the monetization side? I'm like, what's going on? Wait, it still doesn't even show me. How can you find out? Hold on, maybe I'm on the wrong thing. Because it's not trying to show me. I know how to find it on my phone. I never really look at it through my laptop, though. Getting paid. I think I still need to link my bank account. That's funny. I didn't even know I didn't. See my analytics. Oh, here we go. Revenue. Wait, why is my laptop saying I got this type of revenue when my other one doesn't say that? Oh, wait, never mind. I think I know what it's talking about. How do I get here, though? Because like, I want to see all my revenue. Let me go to the dashboard. Maybe it pops up here. I don't know how it works on my laptop. I want to see all my revenue. That sucks. That sucks. Alright, fine. Whatever. I'll just show you all the watch page ad revenues then. But I don't think it's going to show per video. Why is it acting like this? Oh, right here. See more. Oh, I can also show you all my live stream revenues too. I'd be forgetting. Hold on. I want to see the first video I uploaded though. I think it was this one. Alright. Oh, I didn't even know they showed me my RPM. They showed me my RPM. Oh damn. Can I please grab onto this damn... Sorry, it was not working. Alright, so let's go here. Here are my analytics. I just kind of want to make sure nothing is too crazy here yet. No. Damn, I can't believe my RPM is that high. But I don't get thousands of views, so it's like it doesn't even matter. He said, what if it showed 1 billion? That would be crazy. Yeah, no, YouTube, it does not, it straight up doesn't pay like that. So this one right here, the one I'm going to click on, is my first ever video here. It was starting my IT journey that I ended up being monetized for. I made about 55 cents, which isn't too bad. And my RPM here, meaning take home pay. So if I were to make like $1,000, I would have pulled $4 or sorry. If I were to make 1,000 views, I would have got $4. But because this video only got like 102 right here, or something like that, 100 and something, I ended up getting 55 cents off of that, and then so forth. As you can see, it continues to go up and it continues to go down. So that's pretty cool. I personally love the fact of this. I can't believe that it shows the RPM and the CPM. The RPM is quite high. Then these are the watch hours. You got the average view durations. Which my average view durations aren't bad for like a small channel, but they're also not too good. But then let's go up here. Or go down, I guess. Some of these, and I think the live streams I've been monetized for a while. Some of these older videos are getting views too, so that's where a good amount of my cents are coming from. I don't think I had one video where I hit $1. I don't even think I had one video where I hit $1. But this is 39, 44, 49, 50, goes up. Oh, I forgot. This one I did hit $1 by myself, like through the AdSense, but then this one was also when I got the donation as well. because somebody actually donated to me, which was super dope. Thank you so much, man. That was I'll never forget my first ever donation. This one was close to $1, about 82 cents. That's crazy. Oh my goodness, and look at the RPM for this. Oh wait, no, I think they're adding my cents, but still, that would have been like, that's a crazy RPM for this live stream. Then the RPM for live streams is a little bit higher. But I think but obviously if I were to get like thousands of views, then it would really matter because RPM is per view. So, I mean per 1,000 views. So if I were to sit there and get like 10,000 views, like that would be crazy. That would already be 7 times 10, like $70. But since I don't get views like that, that's what it turns out to be. But YouTube has potential though. Straight up has potential. So my estimated revenue so far for normally they do I think the 24. I think they do the 21st to the 21st. So I ended up making about $13, and then I feel like once I end up hitting $100, that's when I probably would never show this money again. I would never show how much I'm making again, but I don't mind showing it now because I am currently filming a monetization series anyway, so I like to kind of show this stuff anyway. But once it gets to that point, so about $13, it should be 14 by today. I normally go up $1 every day, so I would probably say maybe this month I should possibly hit. Like, I'm shooting for 15, but I think I'm obviously going to hit 15 before that. So I would probably say maybe like 25, something closer to that, like 20 to 25, which ain't too bad for my first month on YouTube. Because if you actually look at people's first months on YouTube of being monetized, they normally make around, I want to say, they normally make around, what is it? I think about probably like even a couple cents to $5 off of YouTube. So it shows that I am doing something right. You know what I mean? I do have people who are watching, which I think is super cool. But oh yeah, I'm just so happy to finally be able to, I'm happy to share that with you guys and to show you guys, like, it's crazy that you can literally get income from this. And it's literally like, it's side hustle money. It's straight up side hustle money. I wish that you were able to pull this money out because they only let you hit the $100 threshold. But it would be super cool if, like, I'm like, you know, it hits $20 and then I could pull it out by the 21st. That's crazy. That would literally be insane. But nope, I gotta let it sit there for a minute, and you never really know if you get a nice good little video that could go crazy. You never know. You never know. Or donations, like how I got that donation that one time. I was like, damn. I was so happy. Oh, that was my very first donation. You said, what if it showed 1 billion? Oh, you said, imagine for 1 million, YouTube is a scale game. No, yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you really want to get paid big on YouTube, but that's why I try to tell people, like, the fact that I'm about to pull $20 just off of that, and I'm not a big YouTube channel. So imagine if I were to, like, I think what I'm trying to say is that if I could ever get to the point where I average about 5 to 10K, like if it's 5K per video like every day for 30 days, or if it's 10K to like 15K every other day for a video, so basically posting like 4-ish times a week, you could make an extra $1,000 off of YouTube just based off of doing that. And then imagine if you made it a little bit higher. Now you're only getting paid like 20 to maybe, or you're getting 20 to 30K views. You're probably going to sit there and probably get paid around 2,000 if you're getting that per video. So it's like, with YouTube, you don't really need to be a big YouTuber to make good money, or to make something that at least makes like an impact. You just need to, I guess, kind of just shoot for that. Because some people, like, when they join YouTube, it's like they want to be like rich and famous. They want to get millions and millions and millions of views. Like, back in the day, getting 1 million views was easy. Nowadays, getting 1 million views is very difficult. Like, unless you're a big YouTuber, like even some big YouTubers now don't even pull 1 million views no more like they used to. So it's like, that's why, but you don't need to pull 1 million per video. You would just need 1 million for the month. So it's like, yeah, that still wouldn't be too bad. But I think if you did 1 million, I think if you did 1 million, I'm trying to see how much would that be. Is that like 10K? If your RPM, well, we would have to say if your RPM is like $4, maybe $5, it probably would be like would it be 5K for the month? Something like that. That wouldn't be bad though. If you could pull a full 1 million views with $4 to $5K you could do, that would be crazy. But I was just, oh yeah, because a lot of people come on YouTube and they kind of shoot for higher views. But what people don't understand is like you can just make it a quick, easy 1,000 if you just shoot for, I think, about 300K for the month. It's just about obviously being able to execute it and then being able to really go and put in the work to actually do that, and staying consistent too, because you just never know. If a YouTube video were to go crazy and it gets like 100K views, you don't know how much people can latch onto your content. And then as we just seen, I didn't even know until now, I didn't know that live streams can have higher RPM. So it's like if you are someone who are people who can maintain live streams and they probably get like 6,000 people to watch that stream, if their RPM is $10 and up, like that's crazy. They will sit there and really be making like bank off of that. Probably, well, actually, that's probably like $600, but still off a live stream, off of one live stream, when they probably are doing multiple that get 6K, and you're making about $600 like that. That would be crazy, brother. That would be crazy. Or I don't know, man. I gotta hit that calculator. I gotta ask ChatGPT. It's either $60 or 600, something like that. But yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like YouTube is really like, once you can kind of get it monetized, and then but that's why a lot of YouTubers lose themselves though, because they start to get so focused on the numbers. Like I feel like because I got monetized, it hasn't hit me yet, because I feel like I haven't been able to pull the money out yet. But maybe when I pull out the first 100 and I'm like, damn, I'm really making money off of videos. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. I don't know, but yeah, no, it's just insane. Like I kind of have that feeling now, but I feel like the moment where I first pull it out. But a lot of YouTubers lose themselves because they're just like, damn, like I'm making money like this. I want to make sure I go for views, and then they get sad. Like I literally know this dude who kind of is crashing out over the fact that he literally to this day makes $1,000 extra off of YouTube. The problem is that he doesn't want to work a job, but regardless, he's making $1,000 extra a month. So with him working a regular job, if he's pulling in 2K, that's already $3,000 that he's basically sitting there pulling in monthly off of YouTube and a regular job. I'm like, how, like, it's just super ungrateful. I'm like, brother, you should be happy for this. Like, I get that he doesn't want to work a 9 to 5, but that's like, I don't know, it's hard to kind of get YouTube to get to that point. It's not impossible, but it's difficult. But that's why, like when YouTube just is, it's amazing. I honestly think YouTube is one of like the biggest clutch side hustles people could ever get into, or anything that's like content creation. I don't think you need to do it as consistently as I do it. I think obviously that could grow your channel. You said I'll make sure to skip the ad as fast as possible. But I feel like y'all don't have to be as consistent as much as I am. But consistency definitely is key into like getting it monetized. It's not like I'm getting paid anything crazy, but the point is that once you allow that opportunity there, whether you do it on Instagram, do it on Twitch, do it on YouTube, it's like from there that opportunity is endless. Like I remember on my first channel, I made a video that ended up hitting about 90,000 views. And I always wondered, like, if I was monetized at that time, my RPM probably would have been like $3. So hitting 90,000 views, I probably would have made like close to almost 300, maybe 200 something. And if I were to get that at like in my hand, I probably would have been like, oh shoot, this is real. Like I should pursue YouTube. But since I just was never thinking like that, and I was so young when that happened, I was probably like 14 or 16 or something, that I didn't know how to like, I didn't know what to do. So I just stopped uploading. I don't know why that was my mindset, but I just stopped. Then I had a couple more videos after that hit 20, 30K. Like I was going crazy, but I was never monetized at that time. So now at this point, it's like you never really know what could happen. And that's why I keep telling people, like, if you are like, you know how to make websites, put AdSense on your websites and try to get as much traffic towards your websites, because it's the same exact thing as a YouTube video. People click on your website, you're gonna make, yeah, it might seem like, oh, this is just 20 cents, 13 cents, 50 cents. At some point, it's gonna add up. And if you hit that one website that does good, that performs well, you can make hundreds of dollars just off of that website. But, that's why I always tell people, man, just make opportunities for yourself. It's not about in the sense of, oh, you want to be rich, you want to get famous, you want this, you want that. It's just, no, make the opportunity. Get monetized here, learn this skill, learn that skill, because some point in life, you can end up using that even when you get like older. But hey, that's all I got. That's all I have to say for that. But if you guys are new here though, and you guys wanted or have seen and enjoyed my IT support studying, my CompTIA A+ studying, and you want to see somebody who's actually documenting from day 0 all the way up until they hopefully can land a networking role. Make sure you end up hitting that subscribe button and hitting that like button, because this channel is just for you. I previously done this before with web design, and I was actually able to learn about, I documented for 7 months straight, made it into a little mini side hustle. I'm not making big bucks, but it's just a little bit of something here and there for whatever type of client. But the goal is that, the point is that I ended up doing what I said I wanted to do, was make web dev into a side hustle. Got that to that point, and now we got this journey. Documented that for a whole 7 months, so you don't gotta fret or worry if I'm going to stay consistent here 100%. I'm gonna end up staying consistent, documenting this whole journey. So thank y'all for tuning in, man. I do have to end up signing off though. Gotta get ready for work. Love y'all. Y'all are super amazing, super goated. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys end up tuning into yesterday's video, which was just like a video where I was super damn pissed. Had to laugh off a couple of things, but I was just angry. So y'all get to see that relatable, honest side of me. So definitely go make sure you tune into that video. Leave a like, leave a comment. Make sure you share it. Make sure you share this one as well. Catch you on the next one. Deuces. Wish I could stay on a little longer. I always do. I always wish I could. But deuces.